Here is an optional strategy, embraced by some, not so loved by others. You can watch it and take a pick on whether or not you want to teach this strategy with your students, but it's called adding zero pairs. Every student should know that one positive and one negative together makes zero, and that is called a zero pair. That's a vocab term for the year. However, you can also use it when you are adding or subtracting with integers. So, for example, let's take the problem 4 minus 7. If you're using integer chips here, or if you're using students like drawing it out, this 4 is positive, so that would be 4 positives here. And you're trying to take away 7 positives. Well, I can take away 1, 2, 3, 4 positives, but I don't have 7 positives to take away. The strategy here is to add 0. If I add 0 to anything, it's not going to change the value of my answer, but it can help me out here. So if I add a 0 pair, a positive and a minus that cancels out and is a 0 pair and is the same as adding 0. However, now I have another positive in there. So now I can take away 5 positives. Still need to add some more. Now I can take away 6 positives. There we go. I don't need to add any more 0 pairs because now I have 7 positives to subtract. What am I left with? I'm left with 3 negatives. So that is my answer. Let's try another one. Negative 17. Take away 3 positives. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17 negatives, and you are trying to take away 3 positives. Ooh, but there are no positives to take away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 0 pairs, because adding 0 3 times doesn't change anything. But now I do have 3 positives to take away. Take those away. What am I left with? Now I have 20 negatives. So that is my answer. That is the 0 pairs or adding 0 pairs strategy. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. My caution here would be that yes, it's a helpful stepping stone, but what if that number was negative 170? You don't want your students sitting there drawing out 170 negative symbols, because that's a waste of time, and because there's such a huge opportunity for someone to miscount or mislabel or cram it all so small that no one can actually see. And so you're kind of inviting errors when you do use this strategy with really large numbers. It's a great stepping stone. And if you want to teach this strategy and then move your students up to the adding the opposite strategy, it can be super helpful if this is a strategy you choose to use.